afternoon, Bluebirds. I am Mrs. Kampschmidt, or you could call me Jonah Listerman today, with Celeste delivering your announcements.
Happy birthday to Paige Barber and Adam Surrey.
Congratulations to the door decorating winners. Congratulations to all the winners and to everyone who participated. Those doors were fantastic. Here are pictures of the winning doors. Mrs. Fry, who I hear used some bribery, won for the 8th grade. Mrs. Houston won for the 7th grade, and Mrs. Trimbach won for the 6th grade. Mrs. Kelly and Mrs. Smith for the encore teachers. Congratulations to all those door decorating winners. There is still one contest, though, that hasn't been decided, and that is the photo contest. So if you have a photo that you would like to submit, you can send that photo to Mr. Augustine by the end of the day, and you can send that through Schoology. So as you know, today is the final day of what has been a wonderful, fun-filled week for us celebrating Red Ribbon Week. The purpose of these fun activities, though, like Pajama Day, Twin Day, Wear Orange Day, Crazy Hair Day, and Flip Friday today, was to raise awareness so that people don't get involved in substance abuse of any kind. Remember our theme of Red Ribbon Week, life is your journey, travel drug-free. And we certainly hope that all of you will remember this slogan as you continue through your journey through life.
Before we look at some activities for next week, let's look back at what has been going on around HMS.
Hi Bluebirds! Our names are Annalise Surrey and Olivia Kohler, and we are the hosts of What's Going On Around HMS. Today, we will be focusing on all Team 1s. Let's start with Team 6-1. Their teachers are Mr. Rowe, Miss Trimbach, Miss Kampschmidt, and Mr. Lenz. Let's see what they've been doing in their classes.
In Mr. Rowe's class, they've been working on immigration, and Ed Kalina just recently visited the school to help them with their service project next month. He will also be visiting in December. In Miss Trimbach's class, they have been working on chemical and physical changes and recently started their demos for this unit. In Mr. Lenz's class, they have been working on finding the surface area of cool 3D shapes. In Miss Kampschmidt's core class, they have been working on their reading and writing skills and finishing up their exploratory writing pieces on pets and people. In her encore class, they have been doing a podcast on GarageBand, and they have been finishing up their reader's theater with sounds to show at the showcase.
Doesn't that sound like so much fun? Let's move on to Team 7-1. Their teachers are Mr. McCoy, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Shufflebarger, and Mrs. Bradshaw.
In Miss Anderson's class, they are working on the stations of the scientific method. They recently just had a guest speaker, and finally, they did a bubble lab. In Mr. McCoy's class, they have been working on their mythology unit. In his encore class, they have been working on their showcase, poems, songs, and comics. In Mr. Shufflebarger's class, they're just now working on their Egypt unit. They just finished their Mesopotamia unit. In Miss Bradshaw's class, they have been learning basic geometry skills and how to use a compass. In her encore class, they just finished their mini golf lesson.
Thanks, Mrs. Anderson, for all those amazing pictures.
Now finally, let's see what Team 8-1 has been doing. Their teachers are Mr. Warford, Miss Cochran, Mr. Weinrich, and Miss Beyer. In Mr. Warford's class, they have a thing every Friday called Fire Friday. Their last Fire Friday was about blowing up gummy bears. In Miss Cochran's class, they've been working on variations on the Tower of Hanoi problem and using rigid motions. In Mr. Weinreich's class, they've been working on the life and culture of the 13 colonies and are starting to learn about the American Revolution. In Miss Byers' class, on National Punctuation Day, they made punctuation songs and raps. They also finished their Hero's Journey posters. In her social studies class, they were working on their co-species EDU about the 13 colonies.
That sounds like some awesome classes. Let's thank our teachers for how much effort they put into making our classes fun. Peace out, Bluebirds.
Looking ahead to next week, please mark your calendars for the upcoming HMS Strings costume concert with Connor Middle School Strings. The concert will be Monday, 7 p.m. in the HMS gym.
Also, next week is the High School Tri-M Music Honor Society Bake Sale. It's next week, October 29th to the 31st, and who isn't hungry after school? Next Monday through Wednesday, there will be tables set up in both the main lobby and the gym lobby of the middle school, and baked goods will be for sale. All items will only be $1 or less, so don't forget to bring in some money and buy some amazing desserts.
For lunch today, we will be having the deli turkey sub sandwich, homemade chicken noodle soup, corn chips. The alternate is deli ham sandwich, a deli ham sandwich. For lunch on Monday, we will be having Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, and steamed corn. The alternate is chicken nuggets. Remember, you can always make yourself a salad and add fresh fruit to your lunch.
And now for today's quote of the day. Today's quote is, "We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are."
Have a great rest of your day, Bluebirds.